Hi everybody, TJ Mac Vintage Cards here, and today I'm continuing my case build here, Vintage Hockey. Just an exciting project that I'm real happy to be doing here. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm adding my fourth card today. And I'm trying to do 30 cards between 1952, 1963 Parkhurst. I'm trying to do full body shots so I can really get this case looking sharp with just these great artistic images of these players. First one I got here is the Gordie Howe, 57 tops. Rocket Richard, 1960 Parkhurst. And then we looked last time at the 54 Parkhurst Tim Horton. And today we got Frank Mahovlich, 1963 Parkhurst. It's in a PSA 7. Just a beautiful card here with this Canadian flag backdrop. And this was the flag of Canada at the time until they changed to the more well-known now maple leaf with the red and white stripes on it. And this is a flag I see quite often because I live near Canada. And that's a beautiful flag as well. But when I was looking at this one, I thought it was the flag of Ontario first, but it's actually the Canadian flag that was used at the time in 1963. So let's take a closer look. You can see beautiful colors on the border of white, a nice vibrant blue jersey, goes real well with the flag, and then you got the nice backdrop there. Let's go ahead and flip this over. 6 foot, 194 pounds. He was a big guy for that time. You can see back here they have the writing in English, and then the French on the bottom, little Stanley Cup image, and the number in the corner. Let's go ahead and flip this back over. And then we'll talk a little bit about Frank. And they said he was like a thoroughbred on the ice. The way he moved, he was strong. He had a very fluid style, and it looked as if he was galloping, it was said, through the opposition. And those were words from Mike Leonetti, who wrote a book on Maple Leaf Legends. And in full flight, he was a very imposing figure. Again, he was 6'1", over 190 pounds. Pretty big guy. Very explosive skater. He'd find a spot on the ice and drive that puck in past the goalie. Was a premier left winger at that time with Bobby Hull. And he actually beat out Hull for the Calder Cup honors for top rookie in 1958. This guy was a player. He was a great player. He was a phenomenal player in juniors. Actually had a year of juniors eligibility left when the Maple Leafs called him up. And he played from 1957 to 1974. And then he finished his career in the World Hockey Association, WHA, in 1978. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 81. He had 533 goals in his career. And I believe he had 1,103 points in 1,180 games. So this guy was almost a point-a-game player. Was more of a late bloomer type player. Had a lot of his good seasons towards the end of his career. And when he came up, a lot was expected of this guy. I was reading some of his profile in NHL.com, and it was kind of talked about with him that he was looked at as the savior of the franchise, the Moses who was going to lead him to the promised land. And then Punch Imlach, who was the coach at the time, really gave him a hard time because he wanted more out of him. He wanted to be more aggressive. And Mahovlich was kind of a sensitive guy, and it really got to him. And in the 1964 season, he had a breakdown and missed a month of the season and had to get some help. He had a mental breakdown. And he still was leading. He still led the team that year in points with 59 points in 51 games. And this guy was a winner. He won 6 Stanley Cups. And eventually he left Toronto. He went to the Red Wings where he really blossomed. He played on a line. It was called the Production Line 2 with Gordie Howe, Alex DeVecchio. And he had 49 goals one year on that line. And he had a really good stop in Detroit and played real well with Gordie Howe. He said that, they just kind of really read each other well on the ice. The Production Line 1, just in case you want to know, that was the line of the 50s with the Red Wings. It had Syl Apps, Ted Lindsey, and Gordie Howe on that line. So this was the Production Line 2, which was a heck of a line 2 with 3 Hall of Famers on it, in Mahovlich, DelVecchio, and Gordie Howe. Then after that, he left Detroit. Detroit kind of fell on down times. Gordie Howe retired, I believe, at the end of the 70 or 71 season. And then he went to Montreal, Mahovlich, where he played with his brother Peter. He actually was roommates with his brother Peter. In his first year there, he had an improbable run with Montreal where they won the Stanley Cup that year over the Blackhawks. And he was one of the great performers on that team in the playoffs. I just want to He had 14 goals and 27 points in 20 playoff games, which was a record at the time. So this guy, again, was just a phenomenal player. Not super well known by those that don't know a lot about hockey, but certainly a star of his day. So I'm real happy to add him to my case. Again, just take one more scan of this beautiful card. These, again, are like little pieces of artwork here. I love these old hockey cards. I'm going to slide this one over. Put him at home here with his other friends. So you got Gordie Howe, Rocket Richard, Tim Horton, and Frank Mahovlich. So thank you for watching, and we will talk again soon.